Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंद भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन गोवर्धन गिरिधारी भज मन भज मन वृंदावन संचारी भज मन यमुना तीर विहारी भज मन यमुना भज मन राधा चेतोहारी भज मन भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंदा। बोलिए वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। We'll chant the first verse of Manah Shodhanam. Please repeat. Paramatma Avyayananda Sarvabhutasthitopiha Ajnanena vrito drishtaha तथैव च मनोमलैः। So far we have seen till verse number 15, and the thought is, we although are what we are seeking, that infinite blissful self, still we are not able to enjoy that bliss because of ignorance and the impurities of the mind. This ignorance can be removed, gotten rid of by means of self-knowledge, and self-knowledge can come only if there is a genuine thirst for that knowledge, which cannot take place if the mind is still impure. So even if the thought comes and the knowledge is attained, but it will not give us the abidance in that bliss, still because of the impurities in the mind. Therefore, the mind has to be purified. What are the different means to purify the mind? So various sadhanas were enumerated. Yajñodanam, tapaschaiva. So these all in spirit, we have seen all these, japas tirtham, vratas tatha, etc. And then it was said that the greatest long-term solution is right thinking, vichara. And it is not just somebody's opinion, but the Lord also has said this to Arjuna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. He has praised this right thinking, saying that there is nothing more purifying than this right thinking, and this is the one which will eliminate these impurities in the long term. Now, having purified the mind through this right thinking, people have attained godhood. People have attained the supreme bliss. So, now let us think about thinking. So then we started thinking, what is the line of thought? That any experience can give or is capable of giving joy or sorrow only when there is a prerequisite, that precondition has to be fulfilled. And what is it? That it has to be real for me. If it is not real, it cannot give me joy or sorrow. Satya buddhi has to be there. Whether it is actually real or not is not the problem, is not going to affect. Whether it is real for me or not, that is the main thing. For example, when I am in the dream, watching the dream, experiencing the dream, I have not woken up yet. I am in the dream. It is real for me. When I am in the dream, experiencing the dream, for me, it is real. Actually, it doesn't exist at all. But for me, it is real. And because as the dreamer, that dream world and dream experiences are real, it can give me joy and sorrow. So in the dream, I experience both joy and sorrow. But once I wake up from the dream, the moment I realize that this was never real, even while I was considering it real, that time also it was not real. When this knowledge dawned upon me, that is, I have woken up and gotten out of the dream, then what is my experience? Can those experiences of the dream give me any joy or sorrow? No, they cannot. They cannot even, something nice I got, that cannot create joy, and something undesirable is experienced, that cannot create sorrow in me. Why? Because it is not real. When we play, we grown-ups play with children. Any game, indoor game, outdoor game, whatever. When we play with children, for the child, it is real. For us, it is expected to be that we know it is unreal. At least it is expected as grown-ups, that we don't consider it real. So when we play, sometimes for the sake of the child, we may also say, no, it is not, this is my turn and this I did not do. We may fight with the children also, just for the sake of it. But we know it is not real. Whether we win or lose, I am not going to be elated on winning and I am not going to be dejected on losing, because I know it is not real. How does it matter? Whereas for the child, if the child wins, he is celebrating, he is feeling that he has achieved something in life, because not just someone of his age, his opponent is 3-4 times his age and he is defeated. He is so happy, he is thrilled, why? Because it is real for him. And if he gets defeated, then he starts crying and so, what is this, why, I don't know. So starts feeling unhappy about it. Sorrow is there. So for one, if it is real, it can create joy or sorrow. If it is not real, which if I know that it is not real, then it cannot create any joy or sorrow. It is not capable. I may, start expressing joy when I defeat a child, but then inside I know that it is really not a matter of joy. Actually, it is a matter of shame. You should let the child win. And on the other hand, if I lose also, I don't feel that, I lost in front of a child. What is this? No, I feel embarrassed that I lost in front of a child. I am unaffected by any of this because I know it is unreal. So when we understand this, so this Satya Buddhi yada drishye, in any of the objects when there is this thought of it being real, that is when it can give us Sukha Buddhi or Dukha Buddhi, a feeling of joy or sorrow. And second condition is, what is the second condition? Swatmanaha bhinnata tatha. Second condition is bhinnata, separation, separateness, independent existence of that object separate from me. Because if it is one with me, then there is no joy or sorrow. If it is separate from me and it has its own existence, that is where there is joy or sorrow or any type of, different type of feeling that can arise. For example, even let us say fear. Fear also, we will talk about fear later, but fear also can come only when there is a sense of reality and a sense of separateness. So this, there was this, in a village, there was this belief that just in the outskirts of the village, there was one tamarind tree. We know tamarind trees are known for, people are scared, there's a ghost on that. So there was a tamarind tree. And tiny, tiny leaves and the branches and drooping trees. It looks like scary also at night. So people after sunset, they would never go there. So one man was visiting his family there in the village. So he said, what is this? What are you believing in? Ghost and all. There's nothing like ghost or anything. So he said, what? We have been wanting to get one person who is courageous, and you seem to be that courageous person. We want to do something. What do you want to do? That, all these trees, they have this notion that the ghost cannot cross something made up of iron. These are all various, I am not saying this as rule. These are all beliefs of that village, not mine. So they had this belief that the ghost cannot cross something made of iron. So if there is a nail, hammered into the tree's trunk, then the ghost will not come down and it will not come to the village. So we wanted to stop it. So then, but nobody was really courageous. So then I think you are the one who don't believe in it. You go and hammer that nail and come at night. So he said, I will go. He went, everybody was scared. Everyone closed their doors, windows, everything. Said, what? We don't know what will happen. He goes and starts nailing that trunk, and suddenly the ghost gets angry and he eats him up and comes to the village also. So everyone closed all their doors, windows, and they were all like, waiting that when will he come back, when will he come back. All night he did not come. Next morning, when sun started rising, that time they opened their doors. They saw far away that tree. Under that tree, somebody was lying. So they said, maybe something has happened. With great caution, they went there. They saw this man was lying like this. He had the hammer in his hand. And the nail was already there on the tree. They said, he has hammered the tree, that is good. But what happened? He was lying. They first checked, is he alive? He's alive. But he was unconscious. So they woke him up and gave him some water. Said, what happened? So he said, you know what? I had hammered the nail. And then when I turned back and was walking back, this ghost pulled my dhoti from behind. So I got so scared, I fell off unconscious. So pulled your dhoti, what, where? And then when they saw this, his dhoti was stuck in that nail only which he had hammered. Now the point is, when he was told that it was your own dhoti stuck to that, there was nothing separate from you other than you pulling you. When he was told that, would he feel afraid? It was only the notion that there is something other than me, separate from me, which is pulling me from behind, where this fear came. But when I knew that there was nothing other than me, it was my own cloth which was stuck to that nail, and therefore it was nobody else was pulling. I was only pulling myself. So there was nothing other than me, no separateness, no bhinnata, and therefore no fear. So if you understand this, these two conditions for happiness, sorrow, fear, any of these negative tendencies or impurities, where do they come from? These two conditions. What? First, a sense of reality, and second, a sense of separateness. If these two are there, there are all these possible impurities that can come to our lives. So what is this, what we are doing? Right thinking. Thinking about the cause of these impurities. When we know the cause, then we can find a solution also. So here we are thinking, and the thought that we have reached is that it is the basis of all joy, sorrow, etc. is only sense of reality and separateness. Now, if we understand this, then when we have joy or sorrow that we experience, then what happens? Based on that, what will be our response when there is something that gives me joy and something that gives me sorrow? Then what will happen? So next, following verse, 16th verse, Ragadveshau prajayete tada chitte vrthaiva hi tabhyam hyaham pravarteva nivarte lokavastuni. Based on something that gives me joy, something that gives me sorrow, this joy and sorrow born out of the sense of reality and separateness associated with the objects, whatever I feel will give me joy, I engage myself in such activities, and whatever I feel that this will give me sorrow, I disengage and run away from it. And this is, what is this called? Raga, Dvesha, likes and dislikes. So I like all those things which are expected to give me joy, and I dislike all those things which I find that can cause sorrow. So I like this, this I like, this I don't like. Here I want to go, here I don't want to go. This person I want to meet, this person I don't want to meet. This experience I want to have, this experience I want to avoid. Based on what? Whether there will be joy or sorrow. So based on that experience, I either engage in something or I keep away from something. This is based on likes and dislikes. And obviously all of us, it is common that wherever there is joy, I engage. Wherever there is sorrow, I disengage. Wherever there is joy, there is like. And wherever there is sorrow, there is dislike. This is a common thing for all of us. Even potentially, if I see joy somewhere, I like that. And even potentially I see sorrow there, I don't like it. I want to avoid it. So this is our natural response to this joy and sorrow. And where did joy and sorrow come? This series we have to remember. Considering something as real and separate from me created this joy and sorrow. Again, joy and sorrow are notions in the mind only. It is not in the object. Does a cup of tea give joy or sorrow? Actually, we can't say. Because if it is so hot, it is so hot, and that time a hot cup of tea will not give, rather some cold drink will give more joy. So it is that object does not have joy or sorrow. The joy or sorrow is defined by my mind. And my mind, how does it define joy or sorrow? It is real and it is separate from me. One of these conditions not fulfilled, it cannot give me joy or sorrow. So anything, a cold water shower, so joy giving. But if it is, very cold winter outside, then that time we are in a place which is very cold, and there cold water shower. No, warm water I want. So what will give me joy? Again, it is from the mind only it is coming. And sometimes it is not logical also. Because these examples are more logical. But sometimes there is no logic. I just feel happy. Because I have decided I want to be happy. This happens when somebody I love. Do I see any mistakes of that person who I love? Never. And somebody who I don't like, only mistakes I see. I don't see anything good in that person. Now who is saying, it is my thing. This person, whenever this person comes, he is always creating confusion. Says who? I. This person is very nice, very pleasant personality. Says who? Me. According to me, it may not be true. I am not saying it will be always untrue. It may be true also. But it may not always be true. And it cannot be 100% true. Because a person cannot be in one way forever. It is sometimes, something. But when I have a mindset, that only projects the joy and sorrow also. And based on the joy and sorrow, I like it or I dislike it. And based on my likes and dislikes, I go towards it or I run away from it. I escape it. Now, when this kind of like and dislike come into the mind, what happens? What happens to our response further? So further response is, Labhe sukhi tatha dukhi, sukhi tatha dukhi, hyalabhe priyavastunaha. Samsaro yam maya praptaha mithyadhyasa purassaraha. Purassaraha. Now what happens? Now I am pursuing that which gives me happiness, and based on that is my like, right? And I am going away from that which is a cause of sorrow, and based on my dislike. Is two. Now, based on that, now there is no guarantee what I pursue I will get and what I stay away from I will not get. There is no such guarantee. What happens when I try to get something? Will I get it? I may get it. If I get it, I am very happy. I want something. Based on what? Whether it is giving me joy or sorrow, whether I like it or not. Based on my likes and dislikes, whatever I like, I want it. Okay, I want it, whether I will get it or not. If I get it, labhe, what happens? I am happy. Very happy. I got what I like or what I wanted. And if I did not get what I wanted, then unhappy. Dukhi. So, when I get something that I want, sukhi, labhe. And tatha, dukhi, alabhe. When I don't get it, I am unhappy. Same way, other way around. What I dislike, if I can stay away from it, I am happy. And if I dislike and I get that only, then it makes me miserable. So what I like, I should get. What I dislike, I should be away from. If these two are fulfilled, I am happy. If those two are not fulfilled, I am unhappy. So therefore, yesterday we saw what is our condition? We are all running. Ahead of us, somebody is running. Behind us, somebody is running. Ahead of us, everything that we like is running. And we are following, chasing. I want this, I want this, I want this. And that person is running away from us only. And behind us, that which we don't want, we don't like, that person is running. And I don't want. I am running away from what I dislike and I am running towards what I like. But both these are running only with me. So I am neither getting that nor avoiding this. And sometimes when that also goes and this also comes, double sorrow. So constantly we find that this is what I am doing. I am constantly jumping and running and trying to escape and trying to get this, trying to get that. I am not able to easily sit down in one place. And that is why when someone is just constantly wanting this also I want, that also I want to avoid this, I want to escape from this, all this constantly when it is happening, what do we say in our common language usually? Go get a life. Get a life means what? You will keep running or what all your life? Sit down, enjoy. Grab the moment. What constantly running. This constant running behind what we like and away from what we don't like is called samsara. What is samsara? Running. Running towards what we like and running away from what we dislike. This is called sansar. Samsaroyam maya praptaha. I get caught up in this sansar. How long am I going to run? Can I say that once I get what I like, I will stop? The other thing is coming. So I have to keep escaping also. So I have to run away from it also. Okay, I keep escaping. Will that stop? When will it stop? Till the time there is something called like and dislike, till such time my running is going to continue. I will continue running till I have something that I like and something that I dislike. When these two things are there in our lives, we will only keep running. And which means sansara continues. We are caught, we are stuck. Going round and round, chasing after things which are constantly as though moving away from us. And running away from something which is apparently coming towards us. And this is what our life is, our autobiography. In one line. What is your one word actually? Tell me about your life. One word, running. That's all. Constant. And if I suddenly touch, I got something I like, but it's not the end, then I want more of it. I escaped something I dislike, but I have to keep on running so that I keep away from it. How much we keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. This is what all our impurities. Now if we think about it, what all it can lead to. What I like, I am trying to get it. I want. Desire. Now when this something that I don't like stops me and doesn't allow me to get it, anger. I get what I like, then does it stop there? No, I want more of it. Greed. If someone else also, because others are also running. So someone else gets what they like. Why did he get? Why did I not get? Jealousy. I got, somebody else did not get. Ego, vanity. All this is happening. Now if we trace back all this, why is it happening? Why am I running? Why are everyone running? Why am I comparing myself with others? Why am I finding this constant sorrow again and again? What is the cause? Go back. What? Because this gives me joy, this gives me sorrow. Why did this give me joy or sorrow? Because I see it to be real and also see it to be separate from me. So, Satya Buddhi and Bheda Buddhi has given this thought of, it is nice, I want to get it, it is not nice, I don't want this, it will give me sorrow. So all this has come to me from this first two steps. And this is also what Satya Buddhi, considering it as real, it may not be real at all. There was a story in our school we had read in our textbook, it used to be there in the English literature. This story was called Diamond Necklace. I don't know if you have read it, I don't remember the author or anyone. This is a story of a couple who wanted to go for a big party, and they had just moved into the city and all, and they had a few friends. So they requested, the wife wanted some ornaments befitting the party they had been invited to. So then they asked one of the friends that, can you, lend us some ornaments my wife will wear. And then, so then the friends were very kind, so they gave a nice diamond necklace. So this lady also wore it for the occasion. She felt happy, came back and put it in the cupboard and said, okay, tomorrow I will return it to that friend. Okay. Now it so happened that that night only, some thief came and stole that necklace. Diamond necklace. It was a shock, and these people were like, what to do? Now that friend, they did not ask for it, but then they had to return. So now what they thought, that okay, now we have to do, we can't go and say, it is so embarrassing to say this. No, we lost their such costly diamond necklace. So they started, and they didn't have a lot of money or anything. So they sold their house, they sold all that they had, they shifted to a smaller house in another locality, started working, the husband worked 2 shifts, the wife started doing whatever she could do to support, this way, cutting costs and so many things they did for 10 years. That story says 10 years they worked like this and went through all these hardships. And for this long, those friends were also so decent, they never asked for the thing. And these people were like, day and night working hard to get that money, and then finally went to the shop. They had enough money, they bought that diamond necklace, and then they had a face to show. So they went to the friend and said, we are very sorry, we took 10 years to return this. And then they confessed, this is what happened, this is what we did, and we are very sorry, but we took responsibility, that is why we... Now that lady felt so bad. She said, but they were not original diamonds. It was an imitation, it was unreal. Why do you think I would not ask for it for 10 years? Now just imagine, rewind 10 years in that person's life. If they had known this is only imitation, not real, would it have caused any of this trouble? It is only Satya Buddhi, considering it to be real, that created all this trouble and struggle, and ultimately took them 10 long years. And this is only physical trouble. What about what they were going through inside? All that shame, embarrassment, fear, anger, frustration, all that they were going through. All this, and then ultimately they came to know, it was not real at all. Now this, here also if we find, all this is happening, this samsara, running after what I like and away from what I dislike, all this is happening because of what? Mithya adhyasa purassaraha. Purassaraha, after, following. What? Mithya adhyasa. Adhyasa, superimposition. Superimposition what? Mithya adhyasa, wrong superimposition, false superimposition. Considering something that is non-existent to be ultimately real. Giving it its independent reality. That is what can torment us, torture us, trouble us. So this kind of understanding, or this notion born out of a wrong superimposition of reality on something is what, if it is independently real. So if dream I am experiencing, so we say that at least as an experience it was real. But who gave reality to the dream? If we think about it, what is the foundation or the substratum of the dream? It can be nothing but my own mind. Without that mind, the dream cannot exist at all. So I am giving undue reality to that dream, which cannot even exist without my mind. Same way, one step backwards if we take, this mind also, what is the substratum of this mind? Who is supporting and lending reality to the mind? That's me, the consciousness. If that consciousness is not there, existence of the mind also is not possible. Nothing can exist. And that consciousness is me. So who is lending reality to all this? Me only. So Satya Buddhi, I am only lending reality, and that too an independent reality. Means I am seeing it separately from myself and being real also. So now if this kind of superimposition I have brought about, I have considered something to be independently real, separate from myself, then all this joy, sorrow, likes, dislikes, running after what I like, running away from what I dislike, this entire samsara, this cycle, and this does not stop in one lifetime. It goes on and on and on. One lifetime after another, after another. Okay, this body dies. Then next birth I take. Again I am running only. Life after life, birth after birth. So how long? This is samsara. Samsaroyam maya praptam, maya praptaha mithyaadhyasa purassaraha. So the root cause of this samsara is this wrong notion that this is real and independently real. Okay, now we understood how these impurities are, coming about and tormenting us. But now, how can we get rid of them? How can we purify our mind? What is the way? Again, right thinking only. But within this right thinking, how can we think right so as to ensure that all these impurities are washed away? So now, what we are taking recourse to is an advice in the same lines given earlier in the past. So Puja Guruji is quoting that from Srimad Bhagavatam and saying all the impurities of the mind can be washed away by the right thinking method, by all these types of right thoughts. So for every impurity of the mind, there is a right kind of thinking, and obviously when we think right, we do right also. So here he is mentioning that in verse number 18, Upayam Naradav Praha Chitta Dosha Nivrittaye Yudhishthiraya Prageva Tam Smarami Cha Shreyase. Prag eva, earlier itself, in the past, Naradaha Praha, sage Narada has spoken about this. What? Upayam. Upayam. Solutions have been given suggested by Naradji. Acha, for what? Chitta dosha nivrittaye. For getting rid of all these impurities of the mind. Naradji has spoken about this. Oh, to whom did he speak to? Yudhishthiraya. He spoke to Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir, the eldest of the 5 Pandavas, the elder brother of Arjuna. In the Mahabharata, this eldest Pandava is called Yudhishthira. There is a dialogue between this sage Narada and Yudhishthira, which is quoted in Srimad Bhagavatam. Although Yudhishthira is a main character of Mahabharata, but in Bhagavatam this dialogue has been quoted. So where Naradji is advising Yudhishthira on ways to purify the mind. So these different impurities, how can they be gotten rid of, how we can deal with them. So Naradji has already given the solutions long ago. Prageva, praha. Tam smarami cha shreyase. Now Puja Guruji is saying, we shall remember that dialogue. Because that is what we are looking for. For what? Shreyase, for the well-being of all. So for our well-being, to be able to purify our mind, we shall remember that dialogue and take the teachings of Naradji directly to apply in our lives. Acha, what did Naradji say? So now next 4 verses, the 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd, the 4 verses are directly quotations lifted from Bhagavatam and given here. So what Naradji told verbatim to Yudhishthira has been quoted here. And it is very, very relevant to our discussion here. So what is he saying? So we'll read verse number 19. Asankalpa jayet kamam krodham kama vivarjanat arthanarthe kshaya labham arthanarthe kshaya lobham bhayam tatvavamarsanat. So here, 4 of the manomalas, the impurities of the mind have been talked about and indicated how we can get rid of these impurities by means of right thinking alone. So first, kamam, the most important, the strongest, and actually the root cause of rest of all the impurities is what? Kama, desire. Where did this desire come from? Raga dvesha, likes and dislikes. So because of likes and dislikes, this kama, this desire comes. Now, whenever any desire comes to our mind, we either justify them, or we fight against them, or we just fulfill them. And then we feel that, okay, we have to fulfill and over, it is done. No, it is not done. Because desire, the nature of desire is, Puja Guruji gives this example of a tissue box. No, we have a tissue box. You pull out a tissue. Then it is over? No, another comes up, pops up. Again you pull that up, tuck, one more comes. Like that, desire. One you fulfill, tuck, next desire is ready. Another you fulfill, next desire is ready. Constantly, as many, tissue box one day will get over. But this desire box never gets over. Constantly keep pulling out, keep fulfilling. It will keep on increasing only. There is no end to the desires. So fulfillment of desires is not a solution. It is compared, that fulfillment of desires is compared to offering some fuel in the fire. You put more and more ghee or oil in the fire, it will only increase. It is not going to put down the fire, put out the fire. So what should we do? So first we have to understand, how does this desire come? It comes from likes and dislikes, but directly likes and dislikes, anything can come. So sometimes we say, what to do? There's so much of exposure to so many things, so desire comes. Anything that we are exposed to, do we get desire about them? So many things we see, so many things we hear about, so many things we taste, smell, touch, everything we get desire about? No. What is it? What causes desire? For example, when we go to, let us say, when we go to a shop, we see so many things are displayed there. Do we have desire to get everything? Rarely some people may have, we don't know. We can't question that. But often what happens is, as we are going about, something catches our attention. What is that? And these people, the shop floor, those executives, whatever they are called, they all are constantly watching. We are just looking and say, okay, may I help you? No, we are just looking around. Okay, and we are looking at the things displayed and they are looking at us. Where is his gaze stopping? That is what they are noticing. We are looking. They have seen. Now they will bring it out. Say, you want to see this? And then they will encourage. Take it in your hand and see, no? You don't have to pay for seeing. You see it. You want to try, if there are clothes and all, try. You see how you look in that. Huh? You try. If you don't like, you leave it. Try. So, now what is happening here? It is not just seeing that created the desire. Huh? Seeing just a little bit of that fancy happened, that one attraction happened, little bit. This is raga, that this can give me joy. See, Satya Buddhi and Sukha Buddhi happened. This is beautiful, this is nice, this will look good on me. So little bit of that fanciful thought of how nice this would be, that much only happened. Very innocent thought initially. Then what happens? Then the shopkeeper encourages, no, try it out, no? See how you feel. I try it out. When I see myself in that, so nice. Now when I have, when I wear it and see myself try, now I have started imagining myself not just trying it out in the showroom, but now I imagine I have gone for this party wearing this. I have gone to this place wearing this. So many people are seeing me in this. Photographs of mine are clicked in this. And then how people will appreciate. Now all this brooding has started. It was just one innocent thought it started with. Now all that, I have created an entire story around it. And that story is real for me. Because I have lived all those moments. I have already kind of tasted that joy. Now, I bring it back and I see it is quite expensive, but let me think. So I tell the shopkeeper, just keep it aside. I will come back to you on this. The shopkeeper says, I have only one piece. This also they are trained. Huh? They also read Manah Shodhanam, not we only. They also know. Huh? So, the one piece only. And that ma'am there, no, she has just seen and she also asked me to keep it aside. So you tell me first, I have told that whoever first takes it, there's it. So you tell me fast. Okay, then I go. But even when I am looking at other things, my mind is there. What if that person takes away? What if that person takes away? No, let me... I want that. Now slowly what happened? It was just a fanciful thought, how nice it would be to get it. Now it has become, I want. It has turned into a desire. All advertising industry is based on this only. Otherwise, on TV, on any platform nowadays. Now, see, advertisements, how long are the advertisements? 10, 20, 30 seconds? It is not very long ads. Nobody sees such long ads. 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. In that, they have to create an impact. But in the 10 seconds, do we decide that I want it? No. What happens? It only creates that one fanciful thought. How nice it would be if I get this. And then I say, oh, no, okay, next. It goes. Then after some time, again it comes. Again it comes. Again it is coming. Then if we are believers, then we will say, maybe it is God sent. Because we have to justify our desire. So we say, God sent that it is coming again to me, so maybe I should buy it. So little stronger thought. This fanciful thought that it begins with, that little ripple, it is called sankalpa. Sankalpa has two meanings. One, sankalpa means a resolve. The firm resolve. That is also sankalpa. But here in this context, sankalpa, the word, also has another meaning, which is a fanciful thought. How nice it would be, that thought. So this thought, when this thought comes, I say, I have to get it. I must have it. And then there is this insecurity. What if that person takes it away? Last piece. Now, slowly, I want it becomes so intense that it reaches the state of, I can't live without it. You have been living all these years without it. What happened? No, I have to. When youngsters also often talk about love at first sight, we all understand there is nothing called love at first sight. First sight only sankalpa comes. It is not love. It's not attachment. It is not desire. It is first sankalpa comes. How nice. That's all. Then slowly that brooding continues. That sankalpa gets strength. Repeated listening about it, seeing it, all that slowly strengthens that sankalpa. It solidifies. And when it solidifies, it takes the form of a desire. And that desire also goes to the extent of, I can't live without you. That is why on the college campus, a new girl comes. This young man, he was fine enjoying with his friends. Suddenly, who is she? Try and find out. And then what does she like? Which is her favorite color? What does she eat? What does she... Try and pass on gifts. Try to find out what is her name. And then after some time, get a tattoo done of her name. All this different. Again, reinforcing that thought. After some time, that attachment grows so much. One day she did not come to the college. No, he is feeling uneasy. What happened? And then her friend informs him that she has a headache. By afternoon, he also has a headache. Attachment. So much identification. Someone I did not know the existence of a few days ago, and today I can't live without her. What is this? How can we explain this? What happened? Kama. Where did this desire come from? Came from just brooding, and starting point was sankalpa. So that's why here, what is the advice? Asankalpat jayet kamam. This desire has to be jayet, won over, vanquished by not entertaining any such fanciful thought. It is so difficult because we feel it is such an innocent thought. What can it do to me? But that is the cause of this entire desire, and after that, whatever disaster happens, that also. There's this story, very powerful story in Mahabharata. There was this sage who was doing his sadhana, living alone, nicely was. Suddenly, some people came to know he is there, so nearby villages, people used to come and visit him and all, offer him some food and all those things. He was living there happily. Suddenly someone said, sometimes when the weather is not good, or it rains very heavily, or it is too cold, too hot, whatever, then nobody is able to come and give you food and all. So we feel very bad. So we have an idea. What? Said, this man was a very big farmer, very wealthy farmer. So I have a lot of land. So very nearby there is a plot of land. It is very fertile land. So I can give that to you, So you can cultivate your own food. It will be nice, then you are not dependent on anyone. You will be independent. So why don't you take this land? Now this Rishi said, why should I take this land? And if you can't come, it's okay. Anyway, I was not dependent on you. I was living alone only. I never said you bring me food. You bring food, I eat. If you don't bring food, it's okay. I'm happy. I said, no. I think you should have this land. I said, what is this? Then more headache, and then how will I plow this land? How will I sow seeds? What will I do? So there were other people also sitting in that gathering. So one said that I have 2 bullocks, I will give you 2 bullocks. The third one said, I have a proper plow that I will give you. Okay. Then there was one other person said, I am a merchant of seeds, so I will give you seeds also. You can do yourself. Water we will make arrangement. The canal flows very nearby. We will get one channel of water. We will irrigate this thing. We will help you. Not to worry. It is very close by. We will all make it. Now the Rishi said, no, nothing doing. I don't want anything. They were making this whole thing, They said, no, I don't want anything. Everyone went back. While going also they said, oh sage, we still feel it is a good idea, Please consider. Don't reject it altogether. Went away. Okay. Now this sage went to sleep. As he was lying down, suddenly he felt, maybe this, what they say, I think it makes sense. Maybe this is true. I can be independent, then unnecessarily I don't have to become a cause of worry for these people, and unnecessarily they also, waste their time and energy and all these things. I think what they say, it is true. Let me give it a try. How does it matter? Let me give it a try. What is this? A fanciful thought. Sankalp. Okay, let me get it. Okay. Then next day all these people came, said, Maharaj, did you consider our request? Said, okay, I will give it a try. Thank you. Immediately all arrangements were done and everything was ready, everything was given. Now he is a sage. He knows how to meditate. He doesn't know how to plow a field. So now he went there, attached the bullocks and with the plow, and he started plowing the field, and he did not know how to do it. He tried. He was struggling with it. And as he was struggling with it on the field, suddenly people were running. And from behind they said, there is a huge camel which has gone crazy. So it is running in this direction only. Move away, move away. So he saw that camel was charging as though at him only. It was huge in size. So he ran to the side, and what this camel did, he went straight between the 2 bullocks. And how this happened, nobody saw. It was so fast, everything happened, that suddenly he saw the 2 bullocks were hanging from the 2 sides of the camel, and the camel was running. Now this Rishi got so, anxious and worried, and he started running after the camel. Oh, my bullocks, my plow, my bullocks, where are you taking away my bullocks? And as he started running, few meters he must have ran, suddenly he stopped. He said, what am I doing? Who am I? Where was I? I was nicely sitting under that tree, spending my time in sadhana, and suddenly now I am finding myself running after a crazy camel with 2 bullocks hanging on 2 sides, and that too shouting, my bullocks, when nothing of this belongs to me. What am I doing? He stopped there, and there is a very, very powerful statement that he makes. As though he addresses that desire itself in his heart, and he says, hey Kama, oh desire, I know where you come from. You come from those tiny, innocent, fanciful thoughts. Sankalpat kila jayase. You are born out of those sankalpas. He challenges his desire. It takes lot of courage to do this. He challenges the desires in his own mind, saying, I shall not entertain any such fanciful thought. Let us see. I will never let you come in my mind at all. I will uproot you, because your root is that sankalpa only. I will not let that sankalpa only come in my mind. It takes lot of courage. And it takes so much of alertness. And this is all at the thought level. There is nothing external that has to be changed. It is only thinking. We are not dependent on anyone, and it is the long-term solution. What is the right thinking here? Don't let any fanciful thought enter the mind. Even when we are exposed to the world of objects, we should be careful, we should be alert that, okay, how nice it would be. No entertaining those thoughts. I think it is a good idea. No, not even a moment. At one moment we feel that it is nothing will happen, that's when everything happens. That is why to conquer our desire, it is actually a matter of moments and not of years. We have to understand this. Desires overcome us, overpower us in moments, and we can win over desires also only in those moments. If those moments are past, after that desire cannot do anything. It is those moments. Few moments only. Simple things. Those moments are the ones which we have to be very alert and get out of that. Just snap out of that. In the morning, the alarm rings. What do we do? After 10 minutes, I will wake up. The snooze button was invented by the laziest person. Snooze. Okay. After 10 minutes. After 10 minutes. That after 10 minutes is actually spoken by our mind for few moments. If those moments I overcome, I am out of it. So that is why it is said, laziness is only the time between waking up and getting up. If this time is long, we are lazy. If this time is short, and if there is no time in between that, we wake up, we get up, over. So entertaining those fanciful desires, those thoughts, these sankalpas, that only. Asankalpat jayet kamam. So how to win over desires? Never entertain these fanciful thoughts, these sankalpas. Acha. Then what about the agitations and anger that comes? The mind can be, these are all, now we often ask this question, we talked about this, that how to overcome desire, how to control anger, all these other. It is not a how. What it is we know, then we can deal with it. What is anger? How to control anger? First find out, what is anger? What is anger? Anger comes when there is attachment. If there is no attachment, there is no anger. If there is no insistence of a particular situation, there is no anger. If there is no expectation, there is no anger. If there is no desire, there is no anger. Do we feel angry about every little incident in the world? No. Only things that are related to us. Only things that does not go according to what we want. What we want. Want means what? Desire. What we expect. So according to our expectation, according to our desires, according to our plans, When these things are there, anger is inevitable. Because there's no guarantee whatever I want that will happen. Nobody has assured me that no, whatever you wish that will be fulfilled. No. So, if there is desire, anger is inevitable. And if we take the meaning of krodha as agitation, then agitation comes with desire only. It is not after, it is with desire. Because as soon as that desire is, I want this, I want this, I want this, already the mind is agitated. So, how can we get rid of anger? The root cause of anger is desire. So, get rid of desire, anger will go. There won't be any anger. Now, we have to understand the spirit of anger also. Whether it is desire or anger, if it is meant for something righteous, something for the benefit of the totality, then it is justified. It is not an impurity at all. Because there the mind has expanded to accommodate everyone. Often, when we read these kind of things, this is what happens. Suddenly we also start implementing. And how do we implement? People like us, we will say, you know what, just 2 days ago I had this very fanciful thought, sankalpa, that how nice it would be to get up at 4 o'clock and meditate. But then today I read we should not have any sankalpa. So I have given up that. Now I have given up the desire to meditate. No. This is not what we have to give up. Something that is going to uplift me on the spiritual path. I know I really thought, I had this very deep desire of donating some money, But then I said, asankalpa jayet kamam. So now I have given up that desire. These things we will give up very easily. But I want to buy something. I want to buy a gold ring or diamond ring. That all desires you can't give up, you see. Whatever is possible, I don't give up. But this something I am after all a human being. If we keep justifying, it is not going to work. So what is talked about is those things which are egocentric, those things which are selfish, those are the things that we need to first avoid. This is what is the impurity. If it is that I should serve everyone. So serving desire, that is also a desire, but that desire is not harmful desire. Same way anger also. We see in Ramayana, Lakshmanji. Lakshmanji used to get angry. So many times he got angry. But any one time he got angry when he was insulted? Any one time he got angry when he felt offended himself? No, never. It was never about himself. Only one thing. Whenever he saw that someone was offending Sri Rama or insulting or behaving wrongly with Sri Rama, immediately he used to get angry. And that anger was always under control. He never went overboard. He did not do things that were foolish. Our anger is not like that. Lakshmana's anger was always under his control. And not only under his control, it was under the control of Sri Rama. Ramchandraji said, Lakshmana, enough, sit down. Immediately he kept quiet and sat down. In our anger, can we do that? If somebody says, okay, enough, now sit down. What enough? What enough? You don't even understand what my problem is. You don't know what is it. What is happening? I continue barking. That is so we have to understand righteous desire, righteous anger is not an impurity. But if it is egocentric, selfish desire and anger, that is what we need to get rid of. So therefore, not entertaining these fanciful thoughts and getting rid of desires will help me keep away from these two, kama and krodha. Now further, we will take up, so few more verses, we will take them up in the last class tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Tomorrow, being the last day, we, following the tradition that is come to us through the Guru Parampara, there's an opportunity to express our gratitude towards the entire Guru Parampara, the Rishi Parampara, which has brought this knowledge to us. So they have all undergone a lot of difficulty, austerity, in order to bring this knowledge in the pure form up to us in our own comfort, at our own doorstep, in our own cities, in the language that we also understand. This is all only because our masters and rishis have taken all the pains to bring this to us. So this gratitude, when we recognize this great fortune that we have got, that great blessing that we have got, then this gratitude sometimes seeks expression. And the best way to express this gratitude is in the form of offering Guru Dakshina. So out of this sense of fulfillment and gratitude, tomorrow there's an envelope that has been handed over, or you can pick up. Tomorrow, at the end of the last session, we shall offer our Guru Dakshina to Puja Gurudev in a spirit of gratitude and service, that through this contribution, may the work of spreading of this knowledge happen more and more. May this knowledge reach more and more people. So that is the spirit with which we offer Guru Dakshina. So we shall have that tomorrow. And tomorrow we shall also distribute the Prasad Pustika, the booklet, as a Prasad, which we can carry, we can read and pass on. So that will be the conclusion of this Jnana Yajna tomorrow. Hari Om.